Now, Business Central is a powerful and a vast system that offers a lot of options, informations, pages, and lists. To make the most of it, you need to customize it to your needs and preferences. And you need to see only what you want to see and what you need to see. In this lesson, we will show you how you can personalize your user interface in Business Central. So we'll go through how you can personalize your role center, the list, the fact boxes, and cards. So let's just go ahead and have a look. Now let's just see how you can personalize the role center. Now the role center is the first thing that you see when you log into the Business Central, and it shows you the most relevant data and actions of your profile. Now, your administrator can customize the role center for different teams or departments or roles in your organization. For example, someone from accounting might see a different uh, role center than from the purchasing department. But you can also personalize the role center for yourself by adding or removing bookmarks, quick links, and other elements. Now, to do that, you need to click on the settings button over here and then click on personalize. Now, if you do not see this option, it means that your administrator has disabled it for your role. In that case, you might want to ask for permission to personalize your system. So let's just go ahead and click on personalize. Now, once you do that, you will see that your screen changes slightly. A personalization toolbar appears at the top of your screen. And if you want to expand the personalization toolbar, just click on more and then your screen will again change slightly, right? Now, when you hover your mouse over different elements over here, you will see that a red dot appears against all the elements, right? And using that, you can move, hide, or show elements that you want. Now, let's say I want to move certain items in my menu, okay? So let's just take an example of Shopify menu item over here. So I can click on the red dot and then I can drag it to move it to a location that I want. So maybe this location feels better and I can move it over here. So you can see the Shopify menu item move from right to left, right? And if I do not need a menu item, what I can also do is I can click on this red dot and I can click on hide. So this particular item will be grayed out from my system, all right, denoting that it is now hidden. If I want, I can also bring back certain items. So right now, this Shopify menu item is hidden. I can click on it and I can click on show to make it available again. Now let's go to the action items, right? Now, similarly, if I want to move certain action items based on where I would like to place it, I can click on the red dot against that item and then try moving that item where I want to place it. Now, if you see that there will be a red line that will show the probable place where you can release it and that item will be placed. So I want to place the sales statistics above the salesperson. So I will drag it here where the red line is and then release the button. And then you will see that the sales statistics is now placed over here, right? And similarly, if I want to hide an action, I can actually hide it, or if I want, I can show it as well. So what this means is that on your day-to-day basis, if there are certain items that you want to use, you can show them, and if there are any unwanted items, you can also choose to hide them, hence personalizing your role center. Now you can move almost anything on your role center with the personalization toolbar, okay? So let's say I also move this activities section. So I drag this area and move it somewhere over here, okay? And let's say I have done a bunch of things, but I do not like it and I would like to restore it back to its original settings. So what I can do is I can go to this section over here called clear personalization, and it gives me a bunch of options. So I can clear personalization only on fields, columns, and parts, or I can say I want to clear everything and restore it back to its original state. So I can click on all, and you will get a message that this will clear the personalization of the entire page. Do you want to restore it? Yes. And then you will notice that it undoes all the personalization things that you had done and restores it back to its original settings. Now, to place fields on your role center, you can click on the field button on the personalization bar, and then you can choose from recommended fields, or you can go to advanced and choose from there. And when you're all done, you can close this panel and click on done to close the personalization settings. Now, since Role Center is your dashboard for your day to day activity, by personalizing it, you can increase efficiency, you can improve the user experience, and also enhance productivity with your customized insights and also adaptability to the role. Now, let's go to a list page. In this case, let's just take an example of items list. Now, the list is where you can see the records of different entities such as contacts, customers, items, etc., right? That we covered in our last lecture. Now, you can personalize this list as well. You can maybe change the order of the columns, the visibility of the columns, and also you can freeze pane of the columns. Now, to do that, again, you have to go to the settings button and then click on personalize. Now, over here, you can click on the red dot against each column and you can rearrange the columns if you want. So maybe over here, I want the inventory field to be available before unit cost. Okay. So I can just click on it and then drag it to be placed over here. And then you can see that I can rearrange the columns. Again, if I want, I can click on the column and even I can hide the column over here, right? So this hides the column as well. Now, if I want to bring back the column or add another columns, what I can do is I can click on the fields over here, and from the list on your right hand side, I can drag and drop the columns on my view. So the inventory column that we had just hidden, what I can do is I can just drag it and I can place it over here again. Okay. And if I want to bring some more fields, I can even choose from the recommended settings, or I can also go and choose it from the advanced settings as well. So let's say for from this particular list, for example, I want to bring in the costing method. So I can just drag this and drop it in the place where I want. So maybe just over here. Now I can also change the freeze pane by dragging the vertical line that you see over here towards my right or towards my left. Okay. Based on which columns I want to see or make it visible when I scroll sideways. So let's just say I want to move this freeze pane from items towards their right. And I also want to include the description, right? So I can click on this red symbol on the description column and then click on set freeze pane. And my freeze pane moves towards the right. And similar to my role center, I can also do the changes on the menu and the action items. That is, I can move it, I can hide it, or I can show it. Now, while you are moving, showing, or hiding the columns in this view, please remember that the search bar will only search the columns that are visible. So be very careful when you hide or show the columns over here. Okay. And also remember that these changes are only for your user, that is the user that is logged in, and will not affect other users. And when you're done with your changes, click on done to save your changes. Now, the other thing that I can personalize are the fact boxes. Now, as you know, the fact boxes are the side panes that show you additional information about the record you're viewing. So when you select the records, the additional information is shown in the fact boxes, right? Now you can personalize the fact boxes by hiding or showing certain sections, changing their order, or hiding or showing certain fields within them. Now, again, to do that, you need to go to your settings and click on personalize to get the personalization bar at the top. And over here, you can drag and drop the sections to rearrange them, or click on the red triangle and choose hide or show certain sections, right? So for example, over here, the Power BI section is hidden. So what I can do is I can go ahead and show this section. And maybe I can choose to also show the item details replenishment. And what I can also do is maybe I can move this section on top of item details invoicing, right? And my fact boxes have two tabs, details and attachments. So maybe I can go to attachments and say, okay, nobody in our company adds links to the fact boxes. So what I can do is I can even hide this section over here. All right. And once I'm done, I can click on done to save my changes. And as you can see, Over here, there are certain sections which are now visible, some which have been rearranged, and under attachments, I do not have the link section again. And let's say whatever changes I made to this list page, I want to reset all the changes. So what I can do is, again, I can go to personalization settings and I can click on clear personalization. I can click all if I want to reset everything, or I can go one by one and reset in individual parts. So over here, I just want to reset everything. So let me just click on all and confirm the dialog. And now everything has been restored to what it was. And to save the changes, I can click on done. Right now, let's open a card page. Okay. So let's just go to our card page. Now, as you know, the cards are where you can see the details of a single record. In this case, we are seeing a single record of item, that is Athens mobile pedestal. But you can open any card form, let's say for contact, for a customer, etc. Now, you can personalize the cards by changing the order or the visibility and show more or less items on the card. Now, to do that, again, you need to go and click on the settings and click on personalize to get your personalization bar at the top. Now, again, coming to the menu items, you can drag and drop the items or rearrange them in the places that you want them to show. Or even if you want, you can go ahead and show or hide certain menu items. And similarly, you can do the changes for your action menu as well. Now, coming on to the fast tabs, again, you can rearrange the items or the fields under your fast tabs. So, for example, I want the type field over here to be shown below description. So, I can click on this red triangle and drag it and drop it over here in the place that I want and then release it. And I can rearrange the field. And if I want, I can hide the field. For example, I do not need GTIN, so I can go over here and hide it. Now, let's say I want to add more fields, the fields that are not available over here, but are available in the table. So I can go and click on the fields. And under the recommended fields or from the advanced settings, I can go ahead and choose the fields that I want to show. So for example, over here, let's say I want to bring a second description field, which I want it to be available here. So I can drag and drop it in this place. And I can place that under any fast tabs. All right. Now, similar to previous examples, I can make changes to my fact boxes as well. So let's say, for example, I can show and hide certain sections. Let's say over here, I do not want to see a marketing text and I can click on hide. Or if I want, I can bring it back as well. Again, I can make changes under the details and the attachment tabs. And once I'm done with my changes, to save the changes, I can click on done. Now, let's say I'm not happy with my changes or I want to revert it back. Again, I can go to my personalization settings. I can click on clear personalization and I can choose certain actions over here or choose to clear everything. And my card form is restored back to its original settings. And then I can click on done to save the settings. So, in summary, personalizing your user interface in Business Central can help you make the system more user friendly and efficient for your daily work. However, you should not overdo it and turn the system upside down. You should first get familiar with the default user interface that your administrator has designed for you and then your role. You should also be aware that personalizing your user interface can make it harder to get or to give support to and from your colleagues because they might see a different user interface than you do. So use the personalization option wisely and sparingly and only for the most important things that you need to see or do. Now, you can practice personalization in your user interface by following the steps that we had shown and have fun and see you in the next lesson.